Peace be upon you. Hallelujah. All praises to the Most High Yahuwah through His Son Yahushua HaMashiach. It's your brother Uncle K, and we're back with another one. Hope you're having a Baruch day, a Baruch night, a Baruch everything, man. May the Most High continue to bless you and keep you safe, help you to grow, keep you strong, give you direction. Put a one in the chat if y'all can hear me good, man. I got on the Apple headphones today. So let me know if y'all can hear me. All praises to the Most High, y'all. Let's get it. What's good, Christo? Kim, good to see you. Good to see you. Got the ox in the building early. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. When y'all get into the live, smash that like button. What's good? What's good, Alexander? What's good, man? Good to see you. Good to see you. I see you out here pushing. I see you out here benching. I see you out here squatting. I see you out here hitting them deadlifts. Keep up the good work, man. Doing great. All for the glory. Praise the Most High, man. Always. What's good, Jay? Let's get it. Let's get it. Hey, that's all we got. That's all we got to do, right? We just got to try. And when we actually get it done, it feel good, man. It feel real good. But I got a good live for y'all today, you know. I just want to talk about why it's so important for you to put away lust, because lust makes you very awkward and strange when you get around people. You know, I see that on a day-to-day basis, especially, you know, when you go into these commercial gyms. You know, you see a lot of awkward activity. A lot. A lot of men can't conduct themselves properly around women. You know, yes, sir. When you're getting alive like that live, let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Yeah, like that live, man. So, I got a little story for y'all real quick, man. Yeah. Hey, Alex, man. That's a fact, bro. It's a blessing to have a private workout space, man. Like, for me now to have a home gym, right? Straight iron plates, barbells, dumbbells, no machines, and now I'm in the gym, just trying to get some good variety work, you know, sculpt the physique even more. Since I've been putting on a lot of size, now it's time to sculpt it out, you know. So I just decided to hit these gyms, man. But the thing that I like about going out to General Pop is that you're able to see things and gain perspective. You know what I'm saying? Because if you stay isolated for a long period of time, like, you're not able to spread your light. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's good to isolate yourself, but then you gotta always go back out to General Pop so you could kind of you could actually see how much you have grown, because you could feel that you've grown in isolation to a degree until you get out of isolation and get back into General Pop, and then you realize that you still got more work to do. So when you're in isolation and you actually put in that work with the Most High, you in them scriptures, you praying, you working on yourself, you working on your conduct, you reprogramming your mind with the things of the Most High. Now when you come back out the General Pop, you're a much more stronger man now, and things are not things are not gonna hit you the same, you know. So when you come back out into society, into General Pop, you know, you're much stronger and you're much more resilient. You have built that fortress. You allowed the Most High to work on you, because when you keep going out to these places and you feel as though that you're getting spiritually attacked, you feel like People out here is praying against you. You got these witches and warlocks that's trying to drain you of your light. Yeah, you go in isolation and work on the things you got to work on and get right because by you keep going into general pop, you ain't praying as hard. You ain't in them scriptures as hard. You ain't trying to do things of the most high as hard as you should be because you're more focused on going out, going out, going out. Right? So yeah, man, it's real good to have that private gym too and to go out into public too. Right? Because when you go out in general, man, you realize how focused you are. You know what I'm saying? You realize how much more strength you have obtained just being in that chamber with y'all working. You just got back from the gym too, Crystal. That's good, man. It's real good, real good, real good. So today, right, I walked into the gym around 4. I got out the gym around 6. Today was back day, so was doing some deadlifts. Did a few, warmed up with a few sets of pull-ups. Did some deadlifts. Did some rows. Did some dumbbell rows, barbell rows. Did some low rows too with the machines, and then I hit some. I went hard on them biceps too. I'm still feeling it. Cooking some food right now. Cooking some stewed chicken. Got some rice, some sweet potatoes on the stove right now. About to tear that meal up. About to go crazy. But as I walked in the gym, right, I saw this woman that I've came across, and I haven't seen her in like a year and some change, right? Because at the last location I was staying at, she was a security guard for the building, right? So when you living in a gated community, right, that you pay a decent amount of rent, the property manager always makes sure that they have security because certain people like coming into the building, and you know how it is, right? You know how if y'all live in like uh, a nice apartment complex, and you gotta have a kiosk to get in. You know what I'm talking about, right? Y'all got a kiosk to get in, and you gotta come in, and you talk to the lady in the front. Hey, I'm here to see apartment so and so, and you know she'll get a confirmation and she will let you up, right? So cool. At my last location, this security guard, she was actually at the gym working out. I had no idea that she was working out. What's good, Aaron Jones? Good to see you. Hallelujah and Yahuwah through Yahusha. So I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Hold up, I just went past Akeem's comment. He said I did a home workout, hit some dips, some push-ups. The work can make you sick sometimes, and you just want to spend a day with the Most High and recharge. So much strange individuals high. Yeah, that's a fact, man. That's why it's so important to have balance. Work with the Most High, and then he's gonna have you get back out there, and you gotta get stuff done. So I haven't saw this woman in like a year and some change, and as soon as I walked into the gym, you know, I saw her like she kind of glanced at me, but then like looked away. Maybe she like recognized me, but wasn't sure. And then I walked up to her and I was like, "Hey, how you been? How you been?" And she was like, she got caught, like real surprised, real astonished. And she's like, "Oh wow, I haven't seen you in so long. How you been?" Da da da. And we were just chopping it up, like real casual, like no lustful energy, none of that. She was smiling real hard, real extra because when she was at the other place that I used to stay at, she was a security guard. Every time I came in, like my conduct was just like always on point, and she always gave me like respect, and I always gave her respect. And like sometimes when I came in and I had food, like I used to go to this Mexican spot and get some eggs and stuff after I trained at the gym. And sometimes they give me like extra tortillas, and I know that she's a sometimes at security jobs, sometimes they don't be eating as much as they gotta eat. So I was just like, "Hey, you want these extra tortillas?" I gave her the tortillas, with the little nice little green sauce with the dip and everything like that. She's real grateful. You know what I'm saying? So, but today at the gym, I never saw her in like worldly apparel or like gym clothes, but I didn't let that bother me. You know what I'm saying? She had on leggings and everything like that, wear the crack of the shorts, all that, how these women be wearing it. But I didn't let that really get to me. It was just like face value, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I remember you. I'm not gonna act like you did me wrong or whatever like that. But and she's not a bad looking woman, like face wise, right? Because I'm not concerned about the body. You know what I'm saying? So she was. We chopped it up real quick. She started getting her workout in, and I got my workout in. And that's like when I finished chopping it up with her, and then I went over there to do my pull ups and everything like that. I started seeing a lot of dudes started acting real strange. You know what I'm saying? Started looking my way like real extra. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, these dudes out here, man, that's the problem with a lot of dudes. That's why they gotta put away lust because a lot of men spend a lot of their time watching these women that could be attractive to some degree, right? And mainly they're seeing the physical attraction of women. They're not looking at them in their eyes and seeing what they're going through, seeing their pain, seeing that they're bonded to certain iniquities. Dudes just be staring at their bodies and they be real lustful. Dudes be out here just watching women on these videos all day and night, up all night, not getting no sleep, only getting 2 hours of sleep, and then wake up in the morning and then gotta go to work. And these dudes come to the gym and they see females that's dressing just like these women on these platforms, and then they start acting strange. They start looking down or peeking over the little shelves and like we working out, they got the little ledge right here and the machine, they be peeking and all that, looking around like, what I'm saying. Dudes be out here acting real goofy. They be scared when a woman walk by, they be all scared, they be jumping out the way like somebody threw a firecracker on the ground. Dudes be acting strange, man. And when they see you talking to a woman that they think that's real attractive just because of her body, but don't know her from a grain of salt, don't know that she works a 9 to 5 and everything like that. They don't know anything about her, right? But they worried about her body, and then when they see you and y'all just chopping it up, she's smiling, laughing, and no dude had no strength or no masculine authority to even approach her if they wanted to. You know what I'm saying? A lot of dudes wanna look at these women, right, but don't wanna approach them and be like, "Hey, how you doing?" or whatever. Even though like I don't condone for any of that type of activity, right? But if you know her, then what's the issue? If y'all never did anything immoral together, and you just looking at her as a regular woman, y'all had good conduct with each other before, and it's just real respectful. A lot of dudes is just real soft and real emotional and just real, you know, just lost, just due to lust, man. And and mind you, like she haven't saw me in a year, right? So the physique always get updated. You know what I'm saying? They see you coming in into the last unit, and you all yoked up, and they're like you coming in with your gallon of water. They was already looking a little crazy. She was a security guard. I look, come on, fellas. I already know she was giving me them odds a long time ago, but I wasn't really concerned about it. It's just regular. Just respect. But today, right? She ain't never saw me work out before. I didn't even know she worked out, man. I'm over here hitting deadlifts. I'm plated up to the T, man. I'm over here drinking my vitamin water. I'm over here, just flexing the back muscles, just making sure I'm engaging them. I'm all by myself in my little corner. I'm sipping my vitamin water, right? I see her neck pop out from the corner. I'm like, oh, snap. She over there in the corner watching. You know what I'm saying? They be over here watching. You see? See, I'm out here hitting these deadlifts, boy. I'm out here hitting these rolls and everything like that. She over here watching. She peeked and then dipped back in the shadows. I'm like, hold up, what's going on? I was like, I didn't even know she was over there. I'm out here getting this work. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna get to the comments though. But the thing that's real interesting about it though is it's like this ain't nothing new, but it's when you in your frame and you're doing the right thing, you put away your iniquities, you're moving masculine, you're moving with cleanness. You know, Women are drawn to a strong dude, a confident dude, a dude that's respectful, a dude that don't give creepy vibes. And it's not to say that you going to try to pull a chick that's walking around these streets showing her body off and then change her into a righteous woman overnight. Like that ain't possible. But when you move with that type of respect, and women see that you're not insecure, you don't, you're not grabbing your sack every night, you ain't doing things in the dark, you know what I'm saying? They like, whoa, this dude just pull up on me real confident, casual, yeah, he making me feel good, he making me feel safe, he making me feel secure in some sense. When a lot of other dudes is acting goofy. For real, man. You said, yeah, they low key jealous. You flowing, yeah, flowing with it, making it look easy. Right, right, right. Because a lot of these dudes they be watching that red pill content, talking about don't show no interest and act like you don't see her and just keep getting your gains and then let her approach you and all this nonsense. And that's not really being a man. Like you gotta have some type of conduct, some type of respect. You feel what I'm saying? It's like I remember a few years back. I was out in Encino working out at this other Planet Fitness, and I saw this woman. She was working out on this machine next to me, and I was like, I was training legs, and I was like, yo, that movement right there, it looked crazy, right? Like what muscle group on the leg is it building? And she was like, it builds the inner thighs because you're doing it in a narrow way. And as I think of the past too, like she wasn't a bad looking type woman either way. You know what I'm saying? Like us men that's righteous, us men that got our strength. Like we're not afraid to talk to an attractive woman based off of face value. You know what I'm saying? We're not really worried about the body so much, really. That comes after. You know, but just off face value, she wasn't a bad looking woman. But I asked her straight up. I was like, "Hey, put me through the motion real quick. Let me kind of mimic the movement and then correct my form and everything. And let me see like boom, she put me through it. And I was like, oh, I'm about to start using this as my regiment, you know what I'm saying? We was chopping it up, boom, boom, boom. And then a lot of dudes in the gym too at that time too was looking crazy because they was all grouped up like 4 to 5 dudes all coming together in the gym, training together, tapping each other's shoulders when a woman walked by to me, like, hey man, you see that dude? Like, ooh man, ooh, like just, real immature, you know what I'm saying? Some of these dudes might be grown too, past 25. You know what I'm saying? So like how these red pill dudes be talking about don't show no interest. If you just want to ask a woman a regular question, like why should it be an issue? You know what I'm saying? If you know this woman for working at a store that you go to and she always rings you up and then you see her at a different business, what's the issue? You like, hey, how you doing? Oh, I didn't know you shop at Sprouts. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, you into that organic style living, huh? That farmer's market type stuff. She's like, yup, yup, yup. I was like, hey, that's what's up. That's what's up. Stay healthy. Have a Baruch day. Stay blessed. You know what I'm saying? Simple. All right, let's get to these comments now. He said, "I chosen one. That's my Ak right there." He said the females at the gym going crazy for a righteous man. They see your focus and they can't control themselves. They want to go under your wing. Yeah, when they don't know how to approach you about it. Yeah, see that's the thing. They don't know how to approach you about it, but you bring safety in there because women pick up on like their intuition. They pick up on the spirit of a man. You know what I'm saying? Like if a woman is extremely lustful, sometimes these women are not fully reprobated, right? They just think it's normal, or they just been semi-programmed to think that they gotta come out and show their bodies, but then they don't give it to no dude. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes they don't move like that, right? But I'm not here to really interview women to really get that from them. It's just based off of like what you see on the day to day, right? So when you training and you focus on what you gotta do, she be real comfortable. She be training right in front of you. Like when I was hitting them triceps yesterday doing the rope pull downs, this woman was in front of me doing the lat pull downs, and she was trying to look straight, making all this eye contact doing the lat pull downs when I'm hitting the triceps. And the whole time she was probably with a goofy dude or she was by herself, but She was feeling real safe, you know, doing her pull downs and everything like that, all up in my grill. You know what I'm saying? Was having a good day though. You know. But yeah, they don't know how to approach you, but you make them feel safe though. You make them feel more comfortable because they always see you by yourself. You're not huddled up in groups. And when they see you by yourself getting that money and you focus on your workout, you actually a lot of dudes when they come to the gym, they don't even got no water. They don't even got no electrolytes. You know, you come into the gym, you got your electrolytes. You sipping your electrolytes while you training. A lot of dudes be dehydrated when they training. That's why they don't get no pump. You know, you be just drinking your electrolytes. You got your vitamin water, your body armor, whatever it is. You know, you sipping your electrolytes. You just dialed in, no headphones. You just training. Like when I'm in the gym, I'm not wearing no headphones. The music they play don't affect me. They could play Taylor Swift, it don't affect me. It's the yeah they light up when they haven't seen us in a while. Yeah, her face, she started glowing. Like she was glowing extra. She was smiling too. Like man, smiling hard. She was smiling real hard. All these dudes saw the way that she flipped. You know what I'm saying? Because when I walked in the gym, her face was stone cold serious. No dude was walking up to her. She was on that machine. You know how the woman be doing they when they be what they be doing when they be sitting in that chair, they be trying to blast the glutes and they be pushing it out to the side to like, get the pump. She was doing that machine. So, dudes was real thirsty probably before I walked in. They was watching her like, oh, she's getting a pump like and she had on them shorts too with the tight split in the middle and all that. So, dudes just watching, oh, she get a pump, oh, she pumping it. Dudes is real goofy, man. So she would get up and she won't have her backside face done like she was facing the general pot. She was looking real like mean mugging like what I'm saying. And then when she was about to get her next set, as I was walking past her, I was like I was like, hey, how you been? She turned around, she's like, oh wow, how you da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? It was cool though. It was cool. And then some dudes was giving me like some kudos and stuff like that, like certain training. And some dudes just be numb too. They be like they don't got no soul. Some dudes be numb. like they like they don't know how they moving right now. They be like, how did I walk? How am I moving right now? Like dudes be numb. Dudes be dead walking sometimes. They be numb. No reaction, face numb, no blood flowing to their face. Their face be numb. Yup, yup, yup. See, Ox said my auntie lives in Compton, and she said the dudes over there be mad extra. They be all over the world, but she was saying that the dudes in Los Angeles can make you pissed off at times. Yeah, yeah, cause I mean, dudes out here, man, they live that fast life. You know what I'm saying? They always feel like they gotta like be superficial and extra. They be trying to play like this false nice guy type of thing, but they be doing a lot though. It's not just in Los Angeles, even though that's where I'm living right now. But you do see it though. A lot of dudes be putting on a fake persona, be like real extra. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, super facts, super facts. Hey, space, man. Man, Alexander, man, let me get you up in this moderation, man. Let's get you up in this moderation. It's been a minute, man. Oh yeah, I saw that comment when I was moving at 225 on the incline. Yeah, man. I mean, maybe I do make it look easy just because of like the engagement, maybe just the technique, the focus. You know, yeah, man. Yeah. So I make sure it's coming down negative all the way. Get that squeeze. I really push with my chest. Like when it come down to like chest movements, I try to push more with my chest than moving with my triceps. Like I don't know, like if that makes sense. Like like I'll give you a little tip, right, Space? Because I see you be benching some heavy weight, and if you want to, like, I know you bench with an arch, right? There's nothing wrong with that if that's your particular style, personally, right? Um, but like to like get that connection with your chest because I'm already seeing you're able to move some weight too. So imagine if you brace yourself, or actually start. I would say for me, like when I train, I don't wear no belts, right? So when you starting off with benching, right, you're gonna get your core. Watch how strong your core get when you try to keep your whole back just down on the bench, right? Start off with like one plate each, right? I see you use 50 pound iron plates, right? Sometimes 45s, but if you want to start off with that 135, yeah, put the 45. If you want to start off 145, yeah, put the 50s, but try to be flat first, and every poke your chest up, right? Not your back, right? And drive it with your chest every rep. Just drive it with your chest. Drive it with your chest. Just keep driving with your chest. Start off slow. And watch how your strength is gonna go up like crazy. And then when you be loading up them plates, like when you start getting to like 345 to 360s, watch how easy it's gonna be for you just to bench it regular. And watch how strong your core get. Because it's all core, right? I don't know why I just thought about that when you commented. But yeah, man, dudes be looking crazy in the gym too, man. I'm waiting for somebody to come up to me and be like, "Hey, man, I know you're on the juice." There's a lot of dudes be looking like, man, he on the juice, man. I just be training, man. Face not bloated, so I don't know anabolic. I just eat right. I just eat right. I lift compounds. I don't just get that money, man. Yeah, playing with them weights, man. Let's see how Kane said facts. The mean mugs and the stairs make you want to crash out on them sometimes. That's why you gotta make sure your move is right before you pop out. Cause these dudes be mad corny. I dislike them. Yeah, man. You know your spirit gotta be right. Your spirit gotta be on point. The video that I dropped early in the morning, man. You just gotta wake up already in a good mood. You already won the day already. When the Most High give you breath for another day, man, you already won the day. Just give gratitude. You know what I'm saying? Like these dudes got no power over you. We don't wrestle against flesh and blood, you know what I'm saying? So we look past that, When people move like that, they wrestling with spirits. They're not even wrestling with physical. They probably done so much to the physical that, their body is getting hijacked, man. So, look, when you more masculine too, people going meme up, but at the end of the day, like when they realize that you're a respectful man, they're gonna want that leadership because every masculine man can lead, right? When you think of times of war and you think times of going somewhere, if someone has a form of power, right, that person could lead you. A lot of dudes want to be led, that's why they get a little mad though, because they actually see that in person. Like, wow, this dude, he got that leadership type, he real masculine. Like, I want to follow this dude, but I want it too. You know what I'm saying? That's not how it work all the time. It's like it's like Yahusha is our master. Yahusha is more masculine than all of us. So that's why he's our master, right? And he's the one that led us to the Father. So you gotta follow a masculine man at the end of the day, man. You just gotta make sure that you're on point spiritually. See they they can sense the predator energy. Yeah, Vic. A lot of these dudes be predators, bro. Because it's like you can't be up all night watching women on these videos, on these apps, and then come out the general pop and think that it's all regular. It's not all regular. You know what I'm saying? Dudes be nervous. Dudes be having butterflies. Dudes be having anxiety. Dudes be feeling like they about to drop. Dudes like, bruh, these dudes be losing strength when it's time to get the workout on going because they so distracted about. Hey yo, man, they put so much hours into that, bro. So much hours. You know how much time you lose putting into something that's immoral? You just sitting behind the screen. That's not masculine, first of all. That's why a lot of dudes have low testosterone. That's why a lot of dudes have have problems with their dopamine and all that, man, because you spending your days just watching women on the internet, right? You watching immoral things on the internet. That's not masculine. Ain't no way you gonna say, yeah, I'm a masculine man when you come outside, bro. It don't matter your stature. A dude could be 6'4", he could have gold on his neck, he could be in a suit and all that, but if he's watching women on the internet, people are still not gonna respect him, right? Because it's a spiritual kind of thing that he exudes, right? That he's not masculine. When you put away that type of stuff, you become more masculine. People could sense that this dude is not doing things in the dark. That's weird, right? That's awkward. That's why you're so set apart on this journey, because you're not doing those things. When you stop doing those things, you're back into your authority. You're back into the way that the Most High had, like, wants you to be. He could actually use you now to lead somebody, direct somebody, give somebody some wisdom. For real. Jay said, why would women mess with predator energy? Well, I feel like some women are predators as well too. So predators mix with predators, right? I feel like that, you know. And sometimes women, sometimes women be so deep in the rabbit hole themselves, that they can't get away from the predator no more because the predator, done locked her in some chains. Y'all be seeing that, right, fellas? Y'all know what I'm talking about, man. A lot of these dudes be putting their women in some chains, man. Like demonic chains. You know what I'm saying? They should be tied down. It's that facts. They know what you do behind closed doors. They don't gotta be there to know that they're going crazy for the righteous man. That's when the righteous man pop out when the face turn red. Right, right, right. You know, uh, you know, yeah. When the righteous man pop out, man, they go crazy. Face turn red. They start looking at the ground and all that. Like they can't believe what they just walked past. Like they want to get delivered for real. They want that delivery. And these dudes out here that they see you for a few times, and when they see you for the third or the second time, man, they can't make no eye contact. They're like, bro, this dude, man, I can't, man. It's like he's set apart. You can't be in the council of the wicked, man. For real. Yeah, a bunch of strange men. That's a fact, bro. That's a fact. Like women get tongue tied when they see you, man. They go crazy. Like I'm in the store, right? And when I left the gym, I just went to the store to grab some peanut butter. And I'm in the line, you know what I'm saying? You know, presence be real strong, You be in this long line. You like, man, self checkout, nah, bro. Let me go in this line. Let me relax a little bit. Let me calm my heart rate down. Everybody acting up in that line, bro. Line moving nice and slow. She getting all jittery. She dropping her keys on the floor. Like you alright? She looking from afar. She itching and all that. She scratching her neck. Biting her lip, like her kneecap. She rubbing her knees together, all that. Like nobody told you to come outside with them little shorts. You get a little chilly when it get a little dark out here. The wind start blowing a little extra. And they ain't making no eye contact with you, and then they doing all this facial stuff. It's funny, man. But like I said, some of these women they be tied up to these unrighteous dudes. They yoke themselves with these unrighteous dudes, and these dudes got like demonic holes on them. For real. He said another thing. He said another thing. While they face turn red, that's who they supposed. Hold up. He said another thing. While they face turn red, that's who they supposed to talk to or have kids with, or only high energy with a man. No, not necessarily. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes. First of all, I don't believe in that either way. Like, oh, you're meant to this and that. This one was for you and all that. Like, the Most High said, listen, you just gotta choose them wisely, right? Test the ruach by the ruach, test the spirit by the spirit, right? So when they feel your strong spirit, right, you walking in righteousness. A woman naturally wants a righteous man, right? She naturally wants a righteous man, right? I'm not gonna get into too much detail, but y'all already know righteous men. We do things the best way, right? Because we can lead women. We strong. We resilient. When you walking with the Most High, no wickedness could come your way. She want to feel protected. She want to feel safe. You know, so she feel that type of way. She like, whoa, no jams at all while training ever. Yeah, ever no music, no headphones. Nah, bro. We gotta be dialed in, like real dialed in, for real. Rep after rep. They ain't no. Let me pull out my phone and change the song. Like, nah, 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 nah. We training. We training. Yeah, scriptures. Listening to scriptures. I won't listen to sermons while I'm training. But if I'm in the mood, I would definitely listen to some scriptures. Right. I'll listen to some Ecclesiasticus. I'll listen to some Psalms. I'll listen to some of the testaments of Reuben. Yehuda. You know, I listen to anything, all scriptures. I got a playlist of all scriptures, of the Sefer scriptures or the Hebrew scriptures. Yeah, yeah, scripture audio workout. Yeah, it's a good combo. Right, right, right. I want to say the reason why I don't, the reason why I kind of kick back on listening to the scriptures while I'm training is because like I don't like when I'm in that type of environment, I don't want to be that overly righteous dude that when the scriptures start talking about the counsel of the wicked and like the enemies and everything like that. Yo, I don't want to be out here looking around at everybody judging people just like because it's playing in my head. You know what I'm saying? Like when I'm in my meditation, right, with the Most High, for a fact, I come down to that understanding. I make sure I give him my petition so he could protect me from all of that. So when I get into that space, by you shining his light, some people want to get out this wickedness too. Some people want to get help. You know, he said, "LOL." Shorty at Family Dollar screamed when I walked in. Then when I was walking out, when I was walking out, you can tell the dude waiting in line was tight. We was vibing. Yeah, man, they be screaming. Oh, see, Space. I knew you resonated with that video, man. I knew you resonated with it, man. They going crazy for the righteous man, bro. Going crazy. They going crazy. They screaming. They dropping everything, man. They falling out for real. It's a tribe, man. Tribe of Yehuda, man. Tribe of Judah, bro. They drop. Man, they going crazy for us, man. We out here, we walking in this truth, following these laws, statutes, and commandments. They want to grab onto the garment, man. You behind her in the lines, she start itching. Drop her whole keys. Sheesh. She dropped her keys and everything. I'm like, you alright? Sheesh. That Ruach strong, boy. Yes, you see the spirit, man. Oh, real talk, truth for real, man. Women be having these dudes wrapped around their fingers in the gym, man. I saw some dude over there by the freeway section. Shorty was laying on the bench, and he was laid on the bench too, in the middle of her legs, on the phone scrolling. I'm like, what is going on, bro? These dudes be out here getting whipped. These dudes out here soft though, man. These They be soft. They be just cuddle up with their females every day, man. Hey, like a few years, a few years back, bro, I saw this short one time where this dude he was laying down in this woman's arm too, And she was like, "You love your mama?" And he looked at her and he was like, "I love my mommy." I was like, and she said something else or something like, uh, what she said? She said something, but he was talking to his so-called woman like, he was her baby or something. He's like, "I love my," and he said it just like, he's like, "I love my mommy." She was like, "Who's your mama?" He's like, "You are." I'm like, wow, bro. These dudes began a relationship so they could get love just like their mama. Boy, they still need some breast milk. These dudes still off the breast milk, man. Still off the breast milk. He said, yeah, they love a man. They go crazy in the gym, drop sets, supersets, combining with other exercises. You make it look easy on SR. Yeah, bro. Strength crazy. For real. I'm plated up, hitting these deadlifts going hard, bro. Going hard. After I finished it, I dropped straight into some back rolls with the same weight. Just back rolls. Trying to get that back extra thick. You know what I'm saying? I ain't taking too long of a rest. Like, I mean, deadlifts, yeah, you take like maybe like a minute rest, but get right back to it. If you feel like you recover fast enough, then get right into it. You know, it was a great workout, man. I got about like 3 meals in before I hit the gym, so it was good, man. I woke up 5:30 today. Had me a 50 grams of protein, real quick, little protein shake, real quick, cream of wheat. Had me like about 120 grams of cream of wheat. It was actually like 100, like over 100 gram of carbs early in the AM too. Made sure I got that meal in early. Boom. Second meal. What I had? Second meal, I had me some tuna, some bust down tuna on the stove, drizzle some avocado oil in a pan. Cut me up some onions, put a little rosemary, some thyme, some garlic, some herbs. Bust that tuna down real quick. Had it on a roll. Them Spanish rolls. Had it on a roll with some avocado mayo on the bread. Had that with four scrambled eggs, some free range eggs. That nice dark golden yolk. Had that. That was my second meal. Then I had me like another shake and a banana before I hit the gym. And while I was training, I had me a vitamin water. So as I was training, I was getting more carbs. I was like carbing up too as I was training. So it's good to sip on something like that so you could keep having sustained energy when you're going through the workout. So before I trained, I already had 150 grams of protein in my body already. I had well over 200 gram of carbs already. So the pump was good, the energy was good. I was in there eating. So they looking at you crazy. Yeah, man. Yeah, just try flat first. Like, just get used to it. You don't gotta stop doing the arch though, cause I know that's just power. I know you focus on strength a lot, which is a good thing, right? So when you really wanna build that chest and you really wanna get that connection with your chest muscles even more, try staying flat. And when you coming down with the bench, make sure your elbows are like coming in tucked in, right? You could do a wide grip too. You could do a standard grip, but yeah, try pushing with your chest, like just push it out. Keep your chest arched up, but keep your back flat. But poke your chest up a little bit so that bunch could come down a little bit, and then you could push it up with just your chest. Try it off with some lightweight first. Get used to it, and you're gonna see all that blood gonna go straight to the chest. You're gonna be like, sheesh. You'll be like, sheesh. And then, cause you're already strong, you're already moving that weight already. So when you start just connecting to the muscle a little bit more differently, yeah, it's gonna be a game changer. Yeah, these dudes, they see you going crazy. And when they get you out of your focus, goofy, yeah, bro. You see the mirror games, all women as they check you out. Yeah, for real. They be huddled up. They be like 4 deep. And These women, they be seeing your focus. Like that's you actually you inspire people when you come into the gym and you eating your meals, you training, you recovering, like you just training properly, right? You found your groove, right? You're not out here trying to mimic anybody workout, but you take a few tips and pointers from certain people, and then you see if it works for you. But either way, your style is your style, and you just so dialed in, so focused. You're not distracted. You're not out here looking like you don't know what you're doing. You know, you connecting to the muscle. They seeing you squeezing the muscle too, contracting, like focusing on the contraction, squeezing, like you getting reps, heavy weight too, man. Tell y'all. And then when the way you walking around, you know, all that hard work starting to pay off. You know, you starting to actually look like somebody that might be accused of being on some type of steroids or something like that. That's how dudes be looking at me in the gym, man. I come in like, be like, what the heck? Why is this dude in Planet Fitness? Like, he needs to be at one of those other gyms. It's like Planet Fitness is actually pretty dope. I like it's such a great thing like coming back to Planet Fitness because Planet Fitness, man, like you get so much done. I know the dumbbells only go up to 75 pounds, but you can still get rows over there by the Smith machine. For real, you could load them up 225, 300 if you need to. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, there's no excuse, man. Especially if you got a home gym too, and you got dumbbells and no machines. Like, I might start deadlifting even more in my house. For real, I start going crazy. Dudes be out here giving you compliments and everything like that. You know, he's like, "Dang, bro, you look great, man. You're 207 pounds, bro. You looking great, bro." You gotta be a motivation though too. Went to visit your high school basketball teammate. The minute I started talking, that faith-based motivation, his girl stormed up out of the room, sparked the joke. Went to the bar with her friend. See, yeah, see, tell y'all, man. A lot of let me tell y'all something too, man. A lot of dudes when they come on here, or just not even on YouTube too, but I deal with that on YouTube as well too. Sometimes I be getting slick comments where people be thinking I'm talking about religious things and everything of that. Like every time you bring up the Most High, you talk about Yahusha, you talk about Yahuwah, you talk about like truth, you talk about morals, you talk about immorality. Like these dudes that come on here thinking you talking about religion. Like of course the world try to package the Most High and put him in a box into a religion. So they try to use it religiously. Like we don't use it religiously. Like we don't. First of all, we know that the scriptures is a history book as well too. It's a history book, right? Because when you read it from the first, when you read it through the Torah, right, which is the book of the laws, and then you go further, you realize you see everything that transpired, right? You see how our forefathers had sinned against the Most High, and that's why right now we breaking these generational curses. Like we already broken them already. That's why Yahuwah is starting to bless us now. He's starting to open up doors for us now, right? That's why we don't have no infirmities. That's why we got good health. That's why we not out here taking no medications. You know what I'm saying? We don't got no high blood pressure, right? We eating good, we eating healthy, we watching our sodium intake, we hitting the gym, we working out, we sweating, we praying, we reading, like we doing what we supposed to be doing. He's actually guiding us and leading us. You know what I'm saying? Some people not ready for that. Some people not ready for that, bro. Yeah, Jezebel's everywhere, man. Everywhere. Everywhere. That's why you guys just continue to stay vigilant, keep on pushing, put that lust away. These dudes out here, man, that just be watching these women on the phone. These dudes be out here real nervous when they out in public. Like they just real nervous. They be looking uneasy. You know what I'm saying? They be looking emotional. And they feel like they gotta do the most to get the validation from a woman now. They gotta put on some jewelry. They gotta get some super strong smelling cologne. Like they don't even have a pheromone profile no more. Like they gotta put on some fake pheromones now. Like What happened, man? We gotta continue to be real men out here, man. Be out here smelling like got the regular body oils. Out here smelling like frankincense, myrrh, smelling like cinnamon, smelling like rosemary oil, man. Out here smelling good. You ain't out here smelling like these other dudes, man. They going to Macy's spending $200 on some cologne just so they can impress a woman. Like that's soft, bro. That's soft. When you got a spiritual nose now, like when your nose, even when your nose is getting more clean, man. When your whole vessel getting clean, you can smell what's really going on with them colognes, man. Them colognes be something going on with them. I think it'd be a little bit of witchcraft in there. I'm telling you, it'd be a little something going on in there. That's why people be getting so compelled by the smell. Because back in the days, like perfumes and stuff was made from cloves, cinnamon. Right? These days they making perfume and colognes. The base of it is always alcohol. Why is it always alcohol? Why? Why is it always alcohol? Because it's spirits. It's always got something to do with spirits when it comes down to alcohol. He said, dude went looking for his girl for hours. She didn't hit him back until 2 a.m. Wow. Shorty was not rocking with me. She didn't even know she was gonna be there. I could feel the adversary in her. Man, you made her run off though. when we were talking about getting some food, she was walking to the block ahead, dressed half naked, acting like she was single. I was out tell bro, I was like, sure as a girl. Hey, bro, they know what they signed up for, man. They only in it for the cheeks, man. They only in it for the cheeks. You know what I'm saying? How it sound when you get say half these dudes they get married to certain women, but the reason why they got involved with the woman is because of her beauty. It was never because of her conduct. It was never because she gave you like she gave you the kind of insight that she could be a good mother, how she take care of herself and how she move. A lot of these dudes they see a girl with a backside, a little bit of makeup on, a little bit of lips, a little bit of eyes, a little bit of breasts, and they lose everything for it. You know what I'm saying? It's like that's why I say dudes is real childish when it come down to understanding the masculine principle because women are naturally designed to have thighs, to have breasts, so she could feed the offspring, right? And the thighs is to when she's pregnant, she has something to stable to push with. You know what I'm saying? That's why women have hips. Some women have larger hips, some women have slimmer hips. Either way, they have hips. Every woman has some type of breast. So these dudes be out here going Google Gaga for a little something. They see a little something and they about to like drop everything for it. They about to quit their job just so they could like sleep with the woman. And then he can't pay his bills. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. It's really crazy. That's why the scriptures, like in Genesis, right, when Adam and Kua, right, it's Hebrew for now. They call her Eve, right, but in Hebrew her name was Kua. It was no shame, bro. They was both butt naked, bro. It was no shame. She had thighs. How much children did she bear for Adam, bro? She buried so much children for Adam, bro. So many. Hey, DJ Letters was good, man. It was good. It was good. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Hope everything's going well, man. He said, "Whoa, yeah, chosen one. She did all that. She didn't have that mean she didn't want you, bro. Plus, she gonna leave him because her energy. Yeah, that's a that mean that she mostly when a woman move like that, man, that mean that she don't respect the dude. It's that simple, man. First of all, when a woman come out dressing like dressing immoral with her dude, so another man could look at your woman, like you already know what time it is. There's a thing, modern women are never single and always yeah, yeah, yeah. They never single, but they always single. Yeah, for real. That's why you don't bother with them, for real. You don't bother with them. You just continue to move with respect, and you respect them. Like, you respect yourself, so show respect too. It ain't nothing wrong with you conversing with a woman. A lot of dudes are not masculine or manly enough to even ask a woman a regular question, right? Just be like, "Pardon me, miss. Do you know where I could find so and so?" Like, dude would be like, "Did he really just go talk to her?" A woman got her backside out at the gym. She the only woman in proximity near to you that you can ask this question to instead of you walking all the way across just to talk to another dude about a machine. She right next to you like, "Pardon me, ma'am. Do you know where I could find this type of machine? I'm not sure if this gym carry it. I haven't really been around the whole entire gym to really look for it, but by any chance, do you know if they have one?" She'd be like, "Well, honestly, I haven't seen it at this location, but there's another location that have it. Just by that simple exchange, a lot of dudes gonna look at you like, "Yo, bro, did he really just talk to her, bro? I think something's going on with him, bro." Like, oh, gym gossip now. Where, for real though, they falling out though. So, hey, Alex, bro, they falling out, man. They falling out. They dropping everything, man. All the great men in the Bible come, yeah, not just physically but spiritually. Right, bro. Right. Strong men, strong men. I got, I got to start clipping the YouTube videos and put them on TikTok. That would be dope. So I feel so strong staying on the journey for the Most High. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, hey Jawad, that would be cool. A vlog. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, that would be cool. That's something to take in consideration. I just record, my breakfast, my meals and everything, cooking on the stove and everything like that. That would be kind of dope. That'd be kind of dope. That would be kind of dope. I'll take that in consideration, and I'll find time to really work on that, for sure. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He said, "See, DJ said, I'm glad you're doing well, brother. Pray for your brother last summer. I had a struggle relapsing, got on a 10-month streak. Now this summer I'm struggling with marijuana. Oh. All right, for sure, man. I'll keep in my prayers, man. For sure. Yeah, yeah, we just got, fight to put it away, man. Fight to put it away. Fight, you know. If you could do 10 months clean, you could do 10 months without marijuana and more. For real. Smoking stuff, yeah, that stuff. Yeah. Yeah, don't let the world put too much pressure on you, man. You know, I had a comment too where, I didn't really want to, you know, use a little bit of my strength to comment back on the video, but there's a guy, he asked me, did Yahusha, give us a commandment to only release with our wives for procreation, or is it just a personal choice? I mean, clearly it's a personal choice for me. You know what I'm saying? Because when you have a little bit of wisdom on things, you realize that any form of sex could lead to the buildup of iniquities, right? Because I say this because by me spending time in the scriptures, right? I really love this. I really love this testament, this book a lot. It's the Testament of Reuben, where he spoke about the seven spirits of man, right, and how the seventh spirit, which is considered the last spirit of man, is the spirit of procreation, the spirit of sex. And he states that it's used in ignorance because it will induce iniquities, right? If you're not careful, right? So it's like when you have sex, right? It always puts you at a lower echelon for other things to creep into, right? So I'm like, okay, why would I build up my strength and meet my wife and not give her the seed to bring forth life. Say for instance, right now, I don't count days, right? I could care less about it right now in my current journey right now, and but I'm well up there, right? I'm well up there, right? No boast or anything like that, right? I could care less about it because I've went on extensive streaks prior, right? So I haven't released my seed since last year. You know what I'm saying? And if anyone needs some encouragement, right? I mean, hey, Uncle K, you're married, bro. Hey, man, what? Since last year you haven't what? Yeah, man. Since last year I haven't released. So it's like, say you build it up for that long, why would you spill it, right? It just don't make sense, you know. And I know, DJ. The reason why I'm expunging on this right now is because you told me that you've released with a woman that now you're talking marriage. Now you see why it's so important for you to wait for marriage and then do it, right? Right. Now, if you have done it, right, now both of y'all are supposed to be on this journey together now, consecrating the flesh together, becoming stronger, right? Even I had to do it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just telling you based off experience, man. So when you do it that way, it's gonna bring in unsettling feelings. You're gonna start, like smoking. You're gonna start feeling like you need to release more and more and more and more. Like that's how I get, man. And you know, I'm stretching it right now. I'm off on 4% right now, and that sound like that chicken done cooking in the house too. I'm gonna have to speed through these comments though, man. I wish I could stay live longer. I'm already over an hour, so I'm about to speed through it. I'm only at 4%. It's a fact, like you said. Oh, DJ, I'm still gonna keep in my praise on my brother. I got you for real. All praise to the Most High Yahuwah through His Son Yahusha. You already know. It's a fact, like you said. If you're a weak dude, you're gonna feel like every woman is trying to go against you, when they really just battling themselves. Dudes be drained, releasing too much. Right, right, right. Absolutely, man. Women are going against themselves. They're not really against you. You feel me? When you masculine realize that there's no, there's no issue for all that nonsense, man. He said, try Middle Eastern fragrances, no alcohol, pure oils. If you like cinnamon, you'll find a lot cheap too. Good perfume houses. Yeah, my mother brought me some oils and stuff like that. I think they're from the Middle East too. She brought me like 4 different kinds. I'm really big into oils, man. Really big into oils. I gotta go hit up the shop and probably get some musk. I like a musk smell. Alexander said, once I hit 120 on SR, my experience, who's married, send me DMs. I ignore it, just delete it. They can't sense my spirit. Right, bro? They becoming crazy. Like I'm coming home from the gym yesterday, and Shorty walking past me. She talking about some, how you been, baby? I'm like, hold up, bro. I know you saw my face a lot, but she out here calling me baby now and all that. She gotta chill, bro. You gotta chill. Yeah, Yahusha did speak to the disciples about marriage and fornication, right, bro? That's why you gotta spend time away from your wife for fasting and prayer. You know what I'm saying? Come back together later on. And to me, like, my coming together is to procreate. I'm not here to waste my essence just for pleasure. You know what I'm saying? Because that's gonna be ignorant when I could bring forth another life in here. You know what I'm saying? My son is 18 months, man. He's about to be 2. He's about to be 2. So I gotta, continue to take care of my family. You know what I'm saying? Everything gotta be planned. When you look at your wife, you like, darling, I'm ready to, boom, boom, boom. You think it's time we can have it, boom, 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 boom. All right, cool. Now let's get it. Well, let's bring some more life into it, man. You just don't, be reckless with it for real. Especially at Jason, especially at my job, it's low vibrational. I'm working on purpose, and I see black women. Wow, Jason. I'm only single and focused myself. When a mean mug ride past me. Yo, hey, man. Man, for real, bro. Hold up. He said, for real, there's a lot of footy jumps. Blood in one sperm drop. Yeah, every time you release, you really hurt yourself. Yeah, you killing yourself, bro. It's blood in your semen, bro. Crazy. All right, guys, my phone 1% now. I gotta speed through it. He said it's crazy when you think you have too much problems. Once you stop releasing, you realize it was all just luck. Facts, 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 facts. All right, guys. Yo, I gotta get off here for real. It's only 1%, but hey, look, I love every single last one of y'all. Shalom, Elikim. Peace be upon you. Hallelujah. Oh, praises to the Most High Yahuwah through His Son Yahushua Mashiach. Man, glad y'all tapped in for real. Appreciate y'all for liking. Hey, we're gonna start going live more often. Y'all know I've been dropping this content like crazy, man. You know, dropping this content like crazy, for real. But yeah, we're gonna get up. You know, y'all willing, we're gonna get up pretty soon. All right, fellas. Hey, y'all have a blessed night. All right. Y'all be safe and sound. Keep a peaceful mind, sound mind, and a sound heart. All right. Shalom, everybody.